So to kind of recap so far, they tend to be deficient, or pets just in general, right? They tend to be deficient in sulfur. They tend to be deficient in potassium, and this can create the perfect storm to develop these disease processes that, for example, that Zorro has gone through. Um, and does that kind of encapsulate everything so far that we've talked about?
Yeah, it's a little more to it than that. I mean, so basically, what any disease state does, it thickens the blood,
Okay.
and so what the water does naturally, it naturally thins the blood. You know, not to get mistaken as a blood thinner.
Right.
It's weird because blood thinners don't thin blood; they just prevent coagulation.
Mm-hmm.
But they're called
Mm-hmm.
blood thinners.
Yep.
It naturally keeps the blood free
Viscous.
flowing and thin. You know,
Yes.
so it's less friction, and more friction, more sludgy it is, the higher the blood pressure is, and that's when all the damage happens.
Mm.
So what the water does, it keeps it in its healthy homeostasis state, where it's free flowing blood and doesn't get clog up the arteries, doesn't clog up the capillaries, doesn't cause ischemia, which is causing the bald spots on Zorro's back and the skin.
Mm.
It's a very fine capillaries getting clogged
Yeah.
with the disease state progressing and thickening the blood.
So when you and I had a first conversation, we did talk a lot about the status of the blood and
Yeah.
how the perfect flow of blood, the viscosity. I mean, there's healthy blood, and then as it gets thicker, it doesn't have that same viscosity, and so that's when you start to get all of the damage and the chronic disease processes. Is that correct? So,
Correct.
so the key is keeping that blood super healthy.
Yes. Yes. And just like the kidneys are filters basically.
Yes.
And just like in a car, your oil filter or your fuel filter, when those get clogged, you don't blame the filter, you blame what the fuel or oil you're putting into it. If you're putting dirty fuel or oil in it, that's what's causing the problem. It's not the
Mm.
filter itself.
Yes.
And so if you can keep that blood healthy and robust, you can be a lot better off. But
Yeah.
there was a great study done in 1947. It was up 3 times the Nobel Prize. It's called Sludge Blood, and that talked in detail. It was an 18-year study that described the correlation of thickened sludge blood with the progression of disease. They go hand in hand. The
Mm.
faster it gets thickens, the faster disease progresses. And
Wow.
the whole goal of that study was try and find a drug that can naturally thin the blood until you can figure out how to cure that disease.
Mm.
But the only mistake on that study was they assumed it was a drug you needed, when in reality we think it's just natural chemistry with electrolytes and proper food.